Welcome. We are now going to do the Billywig blunder. I came as fast as I could. What's wrong? I can't get him down. What the hell, Fane? Why is Fane floating? It's a long story. I'll tell you what happened, but then we need to get him down. So the ministry rescued some Billywigs from the black market where they fetch a handsome price. I was transporting the soul to the resort, but I dropped the jar and they escaped. I didn't know Billywigs were such a rare commodity. But they are still available. There's a lot of uses for Billywig stins since they are capable of causing giddiness and floating. That's what happened to Fane. He was stunned by one of those escaped Billywigs. He's been floating half the day now, and I'm starting to worry he may be allergic. I have no way of knowing for certain, but if he is, and we don't get him an antidote soon, his floating could become permanent. Let's get Fane down, then we can talk about the antidote. I know just a spell to use this. Help Fane using the Sendo. The Sendo. Look how happy he is now for the antidote. We should act fast. The Sendo will only last so long. I have no way of knowing if Fane is allergic. As far as the antidote goes, Professor Snape may be able to help us. Then let's go talk to Snape right now. If we don't catch them soon, someone else could get stung. We need to get the antidote and find the other Billywigs. I'll talk to Snape while you search for the other Billywigs. We can make sure Fane is safe and keep anyone else from getting stung. I'll head to the potions classroom right now. Be careful in the castle. You'd better take another Billywig with you just in case. I should. Yes, Billywigs are drawn to one another. If your senses another nearby, it will buzz a bit and hurry off to be with the other. All you have to do is follow it, and we'll have one less loose Billywig to worry about. I've already got a friend, Billywig, on this reserve. I'll go get him. I'll be back soon with Fane's antidote. I need your help. Can't busy, but we have got a problem and Hagrid says you're the only one who can help. Won't you hear me out? It's urgent. If I don't get an antidote for Billywig's stins soon, there could be dire consequences. If he's allergic, he'll never stop floating. Go on. Is there something different about you? But you said little more than a handful of words since I arrived. Oh, told me to leave you alone. It's quite unusual. Now tell me everything. If it means you'll help me brew the antidote, I'll tell you anything you want to know. So if I don't make an antidote for the Billywig stins, Fane could become inflicted with permanent floating. I can search out any ingredients you need and I'll follow your instructions to the letter, but we need to get started straight away. Will you help? Why not? Huh? You will? There's something going on, isn't there? No, it's a good plan. Oh, I don't know, perhaps. I hope you'll excuse me, but something is clearly wrong. You're not acting well like yourself. If I had to wager a guess, I'd say you have been stung by Billywig yourself. That's why you poked up when I mentioned the antidote, isn't it? So getting this is getting to you. Come on, we don't have a lot of time. Of course, I would have been stunned. I was minding my own business. Then, suddenly, the drifting through the air, lightheaded and completely unable to focus. I reversed my levitation with Descendo, but this burdensome giddiness makes it impossible to focus. Me and Billywig are on the case. If you are so certain it was a Billywig, how dare you bring one with you? It won't sting you, it's only here to help. See that it keeps its distance. Now if you can give instructions, I'll brew the antidote. If I help you, no one can hear about any of this. Your secret is safe with me. We'll see how skilled you are at keeping promises. Now let us get this over with. Your Billywig seems to know when it's not wanted. That was the Billywig notification system. That means there's another Billywig nearby. Perhaps it's one that stung you. Before we brew the antidote, I should catch that other Billywig and make sure no one else gets stung. I don't know how much more of this I can take. I'll catch the other loose Billywig before someone else is stung. Uh-oh. All three of you were stung by Billywig. Hand on us and I'll get you all down. It should work again. Descendo. Thanks, that was quite disorientating. In 1 minute we were pulling away the booms after flying class. Then suddenly we were flying without them. I don't know how it happened. Sad fact of a Billywig stint. Hagrid was transporting a jar of them on to the reserve, but they escaped. It's a good thing you came when you did. I was getting a bit queasy up there. It's an odd feeling, and I hope it doesn't happen again. I don't know, I can think of a few other people who might deserve a sting. It won't if Hagrid and I can round up all the other strays, which means the one that stung you must still be nearby. A wild Billywig on the loose at Hogwarts campus sounds like a right good time, and I don't see the harm. She's got a point. It'd be hilarious if Professor got stung. You have been on the case. Has anyone else been stung? Oh, I have only seen that you and Fan were stung. Actually, Fan is what started this whole mess. That's hilarious. If Fan's allergic, the problem could be permanent, and that's true for the three of you as well. I need to brew an antidote fast. Before I can brew the antidote, I need to find the Billywig that stunned the three of you. There it is. How am I supposed to catch it? Take a broom and there's still some laying out. Hey. I caught it all thanks to Billywig. That's one Billywig down and 4 more to go. Let's get going so we can brew that antidote. Where's Billywig go? Did anyone see? Perhaps it sensed another Billywig. I wouldn't be so sure. The moment you jumped on your boom, I saw that sneak Jay creep out of the woodwork. Soon as you were out of view. Then again, I can't say I don't have the same idea. Catch price on the black market, but I'm sure Jay knows. Do you really think Jay would do that? He may seem like a nice guy, but deep down he's trouble. I'll head to Nocturne Alley now, and hopefully I can find Jay. That motherfucker. Don't sell that Billywig. I just saw it in the chain and gowns and grabbed it. I wouldn't knowingly steal one of your creatures. You know how valuable they are. Trust me. This was all a misunderstanding. You believe me, don't you? I believe you. You wouldn't knowingly do anything. I hate for you to think you can't trust me, so you call off your deal and return that, Billywig. We had a deal. I don't care if it has a name, that Billywig is mine. No, it was a misunderstanding. That may be so, but it's too late now. No take backs. That Billywig is valuable, and I'm not giving up without a fight. Perhaps you should draw your wand before I make an example of you. I'll gladly fight ya. We're just gonna do aggressive the whole time. Oh, fuck, bleeding. Ah ha ha, I win. Stop, keep you blasted, Billywig. Nice work. I hope I didn't mess up your business by defeating your customer. He's just passing it because he loves a good deal. That's good to know. Now that I have Billywig, I can hurry back and brew an antidote. There you are. You were taking so long, I'd almost given up. But you'll be happy to know I caught the stray Billywig that stun you, or as close to happy as you can get. One sting is enough for today. Now I've gathered everything we need to brew the antidote. Perfect, will need to brew enough for you, Fane, and 3 others who have been stung. Sounds like you have been quite social throughout all this. You haven't told anyone. Of course not. Your secret's safe with me. Now let's brew this blasted antidote. Oh, we brewed the antidote and gave it to Snape. The recording messed up on that part, but now we gave to Fane. Look at that, your cute Fane. I'm so glad he's alright. I don't know how I can repay you, but I promise I will. You did a smashing job with the antidote. What do you mean? The Billywig notification system you told me about worked like a charm. I was able to catch one of your escaped Billywigs. While we were at it, I got 2 others myself that had wandered back to me hut. That means together we have caught 3. We're still missing 2. Then let's hurry and catch them. I appreciate the spirit, but I'm afraid it's too late. And they are desired by witches and wizards all over. If we haven't caught them by now, I don't think we have much of a chance. Of course, we have a chance. It's never too late. So I suppose all kinds of unpredictable things do happen. I shouldn't be so quick to give up. You're right. Let's go find ourselves some Billywigs. Looks like Billywig's detected another Billywig. You were right. It's never too late to lose hope. Let Billywig out and follow it. Damn, he detected that from a miles away. Haha, Jay. Thought you could catch another one, eh? That means the other 2 Billywigs could be somewhere nearby. What are you doing up there? It's a long story. Get me down and I'll tell you. Perhaps I was wrong to be so trusting me for. That doesn't feel like a coincidence to me. This is not what it looks like. I hope not, because it looks like you have come to catch some Billywiggs and sell them on the black market. How about you explain yourself first, then perhaps I'll bring you down. So now you know I caught 2 other Billywigs before the misunderstanding. I thought Billywig was just another loose Billywig, so you had the other 2 when I saw you in Nocturne Alley. I was going to keep them, but when you said you believed me about Billywig, and that you knew I wouldn't do anything to hurt you, that meant a lot to me. I wanted to be worthy of your trust, so you tried to sneak in onto the reserve to return Billywigs. Perhaps now you have learned your lesson. It's all fun and games until you're giddy and floating. Perhaps I was wrong to try and sell living ingredients in the first place. Can you forgive me? You thought the Billywigs back? You brought the Billywigs back and now it matters. I was hoping you'd say something like that. I'll try to be more thoughtful with my schemes in the future. Alright, fine. I don't want you drifting off into a storm cloud after all. Descendo. I'm not too big on heights, at least not now. I'm not. Thanks for finally doing the right thing. But if it means we are mates again, I suppose it's worth it. So good at math, but with Jay's 2 Billywigs and we have got 4, I think that makes 6. You're right, we did it. We have finally caught all the escaped Billywigs. If you hadn't said what you said to Jay before, we'd still be 2 Billywigs short. But it was a team effort. We each caught Billywig, so the credit goes to the group. Then thanks to each of you, the Billywigs are finally home. And look here too, they are buzzing about together just like a family. Well, that makes that. Alright, so we are going to do the Trouble with Scabbers side quest. You look worried, is something wrong? It's Scabbers, he won't touch this food, he hides all the time, he even bit me, he's never bit me before. Perhaps you have got some insight. What do you think about helping Scabbers? If something's wrong with Scabbers, I'll do my best. Mom asked me to look out for Posey, and he's still worried about Scabbers. He might be a bit of a prat sometimes, but he's still my brother. Squeak, he looks fine to me. Just listen to the tone he's taken. He's obviously not himself. He's usually very well behaved. In other words, he sleeps too much to misbehave. Alright, let's see if we can figure out what's wrong. I'll admit, Scabbers certainly seems bothered by something. Honestly, he's been acting like Ben. What's that supposed to mean? He's scared of something? Would any of you care to explain what this woman is doing so close to the food? It's trying to figure out why Scabbers is acting so oddly. Never behaves this poorly. My rats never behave like this, at least not when food is on the table. This is irrelevant. Get this rat off the table and out of this hall. I don't want to see it here again. Now look what you have done. What if I get detention? Is helping you with Scabbers. Don't be so rude. We'll have to pick this up later, but if Scabbers is anxious, we will need to find a way to calm him down. If I bring my rat for Scabbers to play with, he may simply need a friend. I'll persuade Posey to let us borrow Scabbers for a bit. I'll meet you in the library. I'll bring my rat for Scabbers to play with. Did you bring your rat? Of course. Paddle Slink is here to help. Perhaps being around another rat will help Scabbers calm down. Squeak, squeak. I think they like each other. Posey will be pleased. How did you persuade him to let us borrow Scabbers? I told him that we are going to let Scabbers play with another rat for a bit and see if he would calm him down. He cares about Scabbers. You have got a rat. Perhaps you understand why Posey is so fond of Scabbers. After spending time with my rats, I think I understand. Rats are smart and cuddly. What's not to like? It doesn't have wings to breathe or breathe fire, but no pet is perfect. They want to play with us. I told you rats are so clever. I'm sure playing will help Scabbers relax. What exactly do you think you are doing? Oh, rats. Rats in the library squeaking. They are just playing. I'm sorry, we'll keep them quiet. You better, unless you want to find yourself in detention. Interesting. What is it? Scabbers got all churchy when we got in trouble in the Great Hall, so why isn't he bothered now? I see what you mean. This is how Scabbers usually behaves. He almost looks like his old self. We can rule out the fear of detention of librarians. Perhaps it's because the library is so quiet the Great Hall can get quite loud between classes. We could try taking him somewhere especially nosy. You can persuade whomever you like, but not in the library. We can complain later. I'm beginning to suspect that Madam Pince wants us to leave. I can't believe Scabbers would cause a fuss in the library. Libraries are for peace and quiet. Your rat is a bad influence. Slink is not a bad influence. Scabbers was happy when they were playing together. Besides, it was hardly a fuss. If you are so worried about Scabbers getting into trouble, why ask us to bring him back to the Great Hall? He may be peckish after a nice quiet time in the library. He's still not eating. Scabbers was quite calm in the library, even in the face of the tension. But that's ridiculous. Scabbers has been around loud noises as long as I have had him. The simplest ways to see if we are right would be to bring Scabbers somewhere with a lot of loud noises. If Scabbers is afraid of loud noises, Zonkers will definitely set him off. Mind if we bring Scabbers to a trip to Hardsmead? I'm not entirely convinced that doctors can help Scabbers at all. Fuck you. Charlie and I are doing everything we can to find out what's going on. Your best option, do you really think taking Scabbers to Zonkers will help? If he's afraid of loud noises, Zonkers is the ultimate test. I'll consider it once I am sure you'll take good care of him. Ooh, one of these. I don't see why... You can take Scabbers to Zonkers, gracious as ever, but only if you bring you out to keep him company. That's surprisingly reasonable, and if he gets scared, you bring him back to Hogwarts immediately. If anything happens, I'm telling Mom. Alright, you have made your point. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have Potion's homework to finish. He's worried about Scabbers, and he's taking it out on everyone else. I'm glad you didn't snap at him. We'd best find out what's bothering Scabbers. But for now, we should probably get these rats out of the Great Hall. I'll meet you at Zonkers as soon as I can. I understand why Pussy didn't want to spin the Scabbers here if it's the most Pussy-like place imaginable. Is afraid of loud noises. Zonkers is the best place to check. What do you think? Doesn't look all that bothered. Perhaps Zonkers isn't noisy after all. I'm not sure about that. Urat seems to think otherwise. You might be right. Paraslink looks a bit tense. He almost looks like his old self, entirely uninterested in anything he can't eat. This actually is the calmest I've seen him in ages. Suppose we can rule out loud noises. Yeah, leaving without finding a single new item to bring hijinks and hilarity to Hogwarts. We came to see how Scabbers would react to lot of noise and commotion. He's taken it quite well. In this quality establishment, are you going to make us leave like Snape and Pince? You allow them to peruse the finest items Zonkers has to offer. Scabbers seems to like it here. Besides, it may help you out relax. Marvelous, I'm sure I have something here you rats will enjoy. What is it? Are you ready to go home? I didn't think Parasling's ready for a kip. We should head back to Hogwarts. I think your rat needs some time to recover. Which is a relief. Between Fred and George, Scabbers will never be able to avoid loud noises. We brought Scabbers here for nothing. It wasn't for nothing. We have proven that Scabbers doesn't mind noise. What else could he be afraid of? Either way, we won't figure it out at Zonkers. Let's just take Scabbers back to Pussy. Perhaps he's got an idea. Squeak, hello to you too. I have been working on my potion essay for ages. Now, as such, he seemed right at home. Preposterous. Scabbers would never appreciate that sort of rubbish. Didn't enjoy it at all, but got used to the noise fairly quickly, which is how he usually reacts to things. I think we can safely say Scabbers isn't afraid of loud noises. Facial hair has never been on the table. You assured me that taking Scabbers to that den of mischief would help him. Enough. What are you Weasley shouting about this time? Then that may suggest you discuss nothing without disturbing the entire castle. You got a smell of rat? No rats here. And we have got to find them. I'm glad someone understands the severity of this situation. You should keep a better eye on your pets. You can argue later. I think I hear something. Squeak. Scabbers. That's a relief. I'd hate to think Dorcas and I spent ages in your illustrious company for nothing. You were happy that I didn't get angry at Pussy. Remember, we have got to be patient with him. He's your little brother. You can't stay angry forever. Alright, I'm sorry for yelling. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got potions. That's alright. I've got care for magical creatures homework. Why don't we bring Scabbers and Palace the Slink to Professor Kettlebone? But I suppose if Pussy's alright with it, bring him back when you are done. Thanks, find me. By the way, thanks for calming me down. You should get your rat, Scabbers, and I'll meet you at the Cave of Magical Creatures. Charlie and I have creature-related problems. The very best kind of problems is a manticore nest of doxies. Have you angered the bow struggles? I don't usually work with non-magical creatures. We think he's afraid of something, but we can't figure out what. We brought him with us. Thanks. This is Pal Snake. Baseline example is exactly what we'll need to solve this mystery. We thought Scabbers might be scared of loud noises, but he wasn't bothered at all. Well, I didn't like it at first, but got used to it after a while. I'll take a look when I have finished gathering food for the fire crabs. What if we help you find fire crab food? We can tell you what we have tried while we search. I believe we have located enough food for the fire crabs. What about Scabbers? Oh yes, the rat. While I can't tell you what's frightening the poor fellow, I'm quite sure Scabbers is exhibiting signs of acute stress. Is there something we can do? We have tried giving him more time to play with Darkos's rat, but it isn't enough. Until we can conclude what's scaring Scabbers, I recommend treating the stress with rat tonic. It's a fantastic cure for stress. That sounds like exactly what Scabbers needs. How do we get some? Professor Snape has all of the ingredients you'll need. He could brew it if you ask. I doubt he would help us. I'm sure he'll overcome by an appreciation for all creatures. I know I am. However, I've got a class to teach and a parcel to surely Puffskins to attend to. You'd best be off. What do you say? How are we going to convince Snape? If he won't help us, I'll offer to do him a favor. I hate to imagine what sort of thing Snape would make you do. I suppose he might surprise us. Alright, I should talk about it with Percy. What are you two doing in my classroom? We need your help. With what I need, we need rat tonic for that creature. It is in perfect health. Let's hope that your strategy works. He's been anxious. Professor Kettlebone says rat tonic may help. I'll do you a favor, or so we are even. Drop the jar of bat spleens. They will require treatment. If you help us, I'll handle the bat spleens. The potion itself is simple enough for you to brew on your own. I will provide you with the ingredients and instructions. Thank you. You can thank me by finishing quickly and leaving my classroom and taking that rat with you. Suppose we better hurry. Let's go get started. I think the rat tonic is ready. Does this look right? It appears passable, but you'll need a test subject. Looking for you everywhere. Control you rat to remove it from my classroom. Could you bring Scabbers here? What are you doing? Testing a theory, come on. What's gotten into you? He was behaving himself just a moment ago. He's scared of something in this room. I think he's afraid of Professor Snape. I remember all the time Scabbers panicked. He didn't panic in the library or at Zonkers because Snape wasn't there. It all makes sense. We should probably get him out of here. Why would he fear Professor Snape? This is a matter for you to discuss somewhere far, far away from my classroom. We'll remain here to clean up this mess. The solution used to treat bat spleens is highly acidic. Bring gloves. You want to see me? Is Scabbers alright? Scabbers is fine. A tonic helps with his stress. But Percy wanted to ask a favor. I've got to speak to Professor Snape about my homework, and since we know Scabbers is afraid of him now, keep an eye on him while I'm gone. What do you think, Pal Slink? I think we can manage. Please ensure he and your rat don't get into trouble. You are welcome. Did you tell Percy to thank me? I'm just as surprised as you are. Or to make the rest of us look bad in front of Mom. He meant it, though. I'm sure he did. He agreed to help Snape with bat spleens, just to help Scabbers. Of course, you can play with Scabbers. Try to not make too much noise. How did it go? I'm confident I will get full marks on my assignment. Did Scabbers behave? He was very quiet. Madam Pince didn't shush us once. He's back to behaving like his old self. I'll get you some cheese for your good behavior. We should get going. I think Madam Pince is circling us. You're probably right, but I wanted to thank you for helping us. I enjoyed spending time with Pal Slink and Scabbers. And you didn't hesitate to help Percy with Scabbers. Not many friends would do that. And you didn't get angry with Percy when he was about being a prat. I wish I had your patience. And you're a great brother. We should probably get Paddlesink out of the library. But I don't think I'll ever be able to thank you enough.